Hi everyone, welcome to my first online yoga class and video. I look forward to practicing with you today. I'm going to be uploading a video every Wednesday, so you can choose to do your practice either in the morning or in the afternoon or evening, whichever best suits you. That's one of the beauties about doing it virtually. So we're going to be practicing for about an hour, and we're going to start with some breathing exercises and then come into a Vinyasa flow, which is quite a dynamic, energetic part of the class. And then we're going to slow it down and come into some yin postures. So we're really working with those connective tissues and deepening into those postures. So before we start, just really like to mention that please listen to your body and go as far as you can go. If you're finding it quite challenging at the start, in particular with the Vinyasa flow, please do back off, listen to your body, and Child's Pose is available to everybody. So it's not an aerobics class, it's really to listen to your body and get into some deep stretches and raise the heart rate with the Vinyasa flow. So really just listen to your body and go with your own flow. This yoga is for everyone, and it's your practice just as much as it is mine. So we're going to start by doing some breathing exercises. So come to a comfortable sitting position on the mat. So this might be a cross-legged position, or you might want to sit with your legs out in front of you, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Ground your sit bones down through the floor. And then just come to find some stillness in the body. Roll the shoulders down the back. And then lift your head, the crown of your head. Hands just placed on the knees. And start to inhale deeply. Take a pause at the top of the inhale. Start to exhale down through the chest, through the solar plexus, down through the deep belly. Take a pause at the bottom of the breath. Start to inhale. Lifting up through the chest, pausing at the top. And start to exhale. Start to bring your thoughts to the breath. You can take a count on the breathing. Take an inhale for 4 and a 6 to 8 on the exhale. Bring your awareness to the present. In all of our movements in yoga, we'll be using the prana, the breathing, to help us flow through the movements. Continue deep breathing. If you want to shut your eyes, you can shut your eyes to turn the focus inward. Take a few more rounds. And at the start of the yoga class, we set an intention. And this intention might be something like being in the present, or gratitude, giving kindness, accepting where we are. Today I'd like to dedicate to anyone that's suffering from coronavirus today. Take your last exhale and inhale, arms up to the sky. Stretch out the fingers. Imagine someone's pulling you from the ceiling up to the sky. Really reach out of the hip sockets. And exhale down to the right side. Stretch out through the side body. Make sure you're not collapsing forward. Stay in a nice neutral side position. Open out the side body. Inhale up to the sky. And exhale down to the right. Inhale up to the sky. And exhale down to the right. Inhale back up to the center. And exhale over to the left. Inhale up to the sky. And this time we're going to fold forward. So come all the way, bend the hips, from the hips, all the way down to the floor. Stretch out the fingers in front of you. Relax the neck and the head. Breathing into those hips. Breathing into any tightness. And start to walk the fingers back towards you. And open out the left leg. So open out and stretch the leg. Keep the right leg tucked in. And flex the left foot so you engage the quad muscle. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And come forward. Exhale out through the belly. And then start to walk the fingers round to the left side. And fold over that bent leg. Start to walk the fingers back to the center and back towards your body. And switch legs. Right leg out to the side. Left leg tucked in. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Don't forget to flex the foot on the right side. Just feel this in your hamstring, in your calf. Take a breath here. And then start to walk round to the right side. And fold over the right leg. Inhale, back up to the center. Drop the arms and bring the leg back in. Just going to interlace the fingers and pull the shoulder blades away from each other. Curl the back in, tuck the chin in. Open up the upper back. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. Then interlace the fingers behind the back. Press the palms together. Open up the chest. Slightly lift the head. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe here. Let go of the arms. Just give the arms a little shake. And then come onto all fours. So we're just in the neutral tabletop position. Wrists over the shoulder blades. Knees under the hips. And feet flat on the floor. And then just take a few rounds of cat and cow. Lift, as you inhale, lift up through the arch of the back. Tuck the chin in. And exhale, lift the chest. Concave the back. Inhale, start to lift the back up. Tuck the belly in. Exhale, lift the head and the chest. Pull the belly to the floor. And back to a neutral tabletop position. Lift the left leg to the back of the mat. Really push the toes into the floor. So really deep stretch in the calf and the hamstring. Engage that left quad. And then lift up the left leg. You can either stay here or you can lift up the right arm. Legs hips to hip level only. And make sure the belly doesn't collapse here. Tuck the belly in. Relax the core. Bring the right hand back down to the floor. Left leg back down to neutral tabletop position. We're going to lift the left leg back up. And this time we're going to turn the leg round to the side. So we're going to stack the hips. Open out the left side. So keep balancing. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Bring the left hand back to the mat. Left knee back to the mat. And then on the other side, right foot. Press the toes into the mat. Feel that stretch in the calf, in the quad. And then start to lift the right leg up, just so it's parallel with the hips. And lift the left hand up to the sky. Pull in the belly. Stay here for a few breaths. Keep the neck in a neutral position. Bring the left hand back to the mat and the right knee back to the mat. And then lift the right knee back up and start to turn the hips, turn the Turn the right leg up and then lift up to the right side. Inhale the right arm back to the mat and the leg back to the mat. And we'll just do some hip rolls around, circle the hips around the mat, draw a really big circle with the hips. So really pressing up through the mat and then push them down through the heels. Take it slowly. The slower you go, the deeper with the hips, the wrists. And then go the other way. Might get a bit of crunching in your knees. That's fine. And then just come back to a neutral tabletop position. And then step the left leg to the top of the mat. Make sure you're stacking your heel over your knee. And come up to the tips of your fingers. And then tuck the back toes under and lift the leg. And you can stay here, or you can come up to a diagonal. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Deepen into that lunge. Strong on the hips. Inhale. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Drop the back knee. And then switch legs. Left leg back. And step the right foot forward. And lunge deep into those hip sockets. You might need to bring your foot forward. Come up onto the tippy toes, tuck the back toes under, lift the leg. And then you can either stay here or come up into a diagonal out in front of you. Keep the deep breathing. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Drop the back knee and the right knee back and push the hips back to the floor and come into child's pose. Head forehead on the floor. Push against the hands. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. Deepen those hips. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. Step the right leg to the top of the mat and the left leg back under. And then switch round to the front of the mat, so both feet are facing forward. And wide-legged forward fold. The hands can either come to the back of the mat or they can come out to the side. Just a gentle wide-legged forward bend. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. And then start to drop the left hip down onto the floor. Lift up the right foot. Hook the left arm underneath the left leg and lift up the right side. Opens out the hips. Opens out the shoulders. Breathe deeply here. It's what we call a surfer's lunge. And we're now going to switch sides. So bring the right arm down and then switch round to the other side. So come down onto the right hip. Lift the left leg. Arm on the inside of the leg. Lift up the left side. Take a deep inhale here. And then in your own time, you're going to switch from one side to the other using the breath. Inhale to the right. Exhale here. Inhale, start to lift the hips. Walk them over to the other side. So go in your own time with your own breath. Lifting up. And down. Do 2 more. Come back to the middle, the center, and just fold forward again. Deep into the hamstrings. Place the palms on the floor, ground through the floor. And then walk the fingers back to the top of the mat. And then step the right leg back to join the left into a plank. Take a deep inhale in your plank. And as you exhale, come to knees, chest and chin on the floor. Start to inhale, push the front of the body forward, untuck the feet, lift the chest, open out the shoulder blades. Exhale, push the hips to the sky, untuck the feet, lift up into downward facing dog. And paddle out the legs. From side to side, bend the knees. One heel up, one heel down. Lovely. Straighten the back. Keep the arms really strong here, hands planted, resistance in the hands against the floor. And then take a look under your left shoulder. And take a look under your right shoulder. Come back to the center. Then inhale, step the left leg to the top of the mat. Exhale, step the right leg to the top of the mat. Forward fold, all the way bent. If you want to keep your knees slightly bent just to protect your hamstrings, then do so. Completely relax the head and the neck. Let go of the head. Let go of the neck. Relax the arms, the hands on the floor. If you want to take each elbow and just slightly shift around from side to side. And then gently, slowly, for one vertebra at a time, come slowly up, head up last, head and neck up last. Roll the shoulders down the back. Mountain Tadasana pose. Going to do a round of sun salutation. Again, go with your own breath and Come into child's pose, slow down if it's too fast for you. So on an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And if your back is happy, give your back a slight small back bend. And place the palms together. Start to hinge from the hips. Exhale all the way down to the forward bend. Squeeze out that exhale. Start to inhale, lift the chest and the head, straighten the legs into up back. Inhale. Exhale, step the left leg to the back of the mat. Hold the breath, right leg to the back of the mat. And exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, push the front of the body forward. Release the feet down the back. Open out the chest, cobra. Push the hips to the floor, engage the glutes. Exhale, lift the hips up to the sky, tuck the feet under, lift up into downward facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale. Take another exhale here. Inhale, step the left leg to the top of the mat. Step the right leg to the top of the mat. Squeeze out through the belly. Inhale, lift up. Arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands to the chest into prayer. Roll the shoulders down the back. Onto the other side. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward from the hips all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Straighten the back, straighten the legs. Exhale, set the right leg to the back of the mat. Hold the breath. Step the left leg to the back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Release the feet. Open the chest. Drop the shoulders down the back. Make sure there's space between your ears and your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift the hips up to the sky, tuck the toes under, up into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up to the sky. Take a few rounds of breath in. Breathing into that inversion. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, step the right leg to the top of the mat. Exhale, step the left leg to the top of the mat. Squeeze out through the belly. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer now. Inhale, step the left leg to the back of the mat. Warrior one, you can either drop your heel to the floor or keep it lifted. I prefer to keep it lifted because it gives a nice stretch on the quad. Inhale, arms up to the sky, warrior one. And exhale, melt the hands down into cactus. Really lunge into that forward leg. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. Inhale, lift the legs up to the sky. Straighten the front leg. And exhale, start to lunge forward. Bring the arms back down to cactus. Inhale, up to the sky. Squeezing the thighs. Exhale, lunge forward. Bring the hands together. We're going to open out the elbows and twist into that leg. So placing the left elbow on the right leg and twist open. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Step the left leg forward and give the legs a little bit of a shake. Inhale, step the right leg back to the back of the mat. Warrior one. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale down into cactus. Lunge forward. If you need to widen your stance, then do so. Just so you can go a little bit lower with the leg. On the leg, try and get it parallel to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward lunge into that left leg. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Last one, exhale down. Bring the palms together, open out the elbows, twist into that leg. Releasing the arms, step the right leg to the top of the mat. Releasing out the legs. Give the arms, switch around to the side. Open out the hips, tuck in the belly, tuck in the tailbone. Releasing. Last asana to finish off our Vinyasa flow. So we're going to come into eagle. So just bring the arms back and lift up the arms just by the sides of you in front. So wrap the left arm around the right arm. If you want to just place the backs of the hands together, that's fine. Or you can wrap the hands together and place the hands together. Remember to lift up the elbows here. And then lift the left leg. And slightly bend the right. And wrap the left leg around the right leg. Squeezing in the thighs. Squeezing all the toxins out. And releasing the arms, releasing the legs. Give the legs a little bit of a wiggle. And then the other side, hands up in front of you, wrapping the right arm underneath the left. Backs of the hands together, or place the hands together. Lifting up the elbows, it gives a really nice stretch and pull on the upper back, where a lot of people feel a lot of tension. Lifting up the right leg, wrapping the right leg around the left. releasing the arms, releasing the legs, and again just paddle out the legs. Inhale, arms up to the sky, and exhale, fold forward all the way down to the mat. Take a deep breath here. Releasing the neck and the shoulders. Then come back up, lift the torso back up. Come up to standing. And you can either bring the hands out in front of you, you can either come up onto the tippy toes, or you can just come down just from your feet on the floor. So I'm going to come up onto the tippy toes, and we're going to start to inhale here, and start to slowly bring the knees, bend the knees, slowly come down to the mat. Open out the knees, and then put your hands on the floor and just drop the heels down. Coming into Malasana. I love Malasana. It's nice, opening up the hips. Just remember to lift up. A lot of people just collapse forward. Lifting up through the chest, lifting up through the shoulders, lifting up your glutes as well. Open out to the left side. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right side. Open out the left. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hand back down. Come all the way down onto the mat. We're going to start the yin now.